Hey, folks. It is Monday, February 16th, 2026. You're listening to the Daily Ledger Show, and I'm your host, Dennis Search. Great to be here with you today. Just before we get started, how screwed up is it that X just isn't working anymore? Like, for the past week, I've been having problems where I literally, my live streams aren't even showing up immediately on X anymore. I have to manually do it. And it's just kind of a pain in the ass. And it's like other streamers have been getting that too. And it's like it's been super slow and everything. Like, what is going on? Um, so it's just absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, anyways, yeah, we got some good stories we're gonna get into tonight. We're gonna get into Meta plans to add facial recognition technology to its smart glasses. Hmm. Yes, you can vibe code. Here's how to get started. It's kind of a fool's errand if you ask me, trying to teach boomers anything, but whatever. Um, OpenClaw creator Peter Steinberger joins OpenAI. Hmm. After all the hype, some AI experts don't think OpenClaw is that exciting. And I have some takes on that. I don't fully think it's completely organic. I think there's a little bit of propaganda involved, but we'll get into that. Before we get into it, make sure to hit that like button, leave a comment, share this with your friends. Make sure to subscribe if you're on YouTube, follow if you're on everything else. And yeah, that'd be great. Okay, let's get into our first story here. Meta plans to add facial recognition technology to its smart glasses. In an internal memo last year, Meta said the political tumult in the United States would distract critics from the feature's release. So here's the thing, right? Like, okay, so I guess at first in this article, what's kind of interesting about it is that I guess Meta wanted to add it like in its first generation, and then they kind of pussied out and they're like, oh, actually, never mind. I guess they could have, but they didn't. And so I guess now they're kind of deciding to do it. And it says here, like, facial recognition technology has long raised civil liberty and privacy concerns for its potential use by governments to monitor citizens and suppress dissent. Like, here's the thing, like, you don't think this is already going on? Face recognition technology on the streets of America poses a uniquely dire threat to the practical anonymity we all rely on. Dude, there is no anonymity, right? Um, I'm butchering it, my bad, but it's like whatever. It's like there is none of that. You know what I'm saying? It's like let me explain it to you. Every time you hit a site of any kind, like you literally just log onto your computer, like all of your network traffic is all sort of processed by all sorts of product analytics up the wazoo. Everybody knows everything on what you're doing. I mean, it's just like the normal people who touch grass around you who don't know what you're doing, right? Because they're not fucking AI or like, big tech. But it's safe to assume that every network request down to the smallest like minutia is essentially being tracked by all of the Five Eyes, right? By every major espionage, both firm as well as sort of government arm, right? And it's like and I mean, not to mention, and just to double click on the first thing, which is to say, like, companies, it's like the companies have to have product analytics in order to grow and understand like what users are doing, in addition to like quote unquote selling your information, which is just like just kind of basic agreements, right? But it's like it's so funny how these people are like, oh my God, we can't be anonymous anymore, guys. If like I walk in the grocery store and my face gets recognized, dude, it's already recognized like with like, with Arlo cameras, like that Arlo cameras, like for home security, on they run facial recognition technology, right? So it's like that already happens. Like if the grocery store has Arlo cameras, which you can just get on Amazon for like $80, then your face is already in like a database somewhere being managed by big tech as well as AI. It's like the delusions people have, like we're all sort of, on our knees, chained with our heads down, right? It's like these people are like, no, I'm a big boss. It's like, no, you fucking aren't, dude. Not when the definition of being a big boss is being anonymous, because there is no anonymity. You know what I'm saying? So it's like whatever. But these people just living in delusion. It's like, please, like, can you just like, you know, figure this shit out or shut the fuck up? Like it's one or the other. Like these people who are like incredibly ignorant just have the need to like write articles and like kind of just put themselves out there. It's like, please don't. So anyways, the Wall Street Journal. Yes, you can vibe code. Here's how to get started. Creating your own programs might seem daunting. It's a lot easier than you think. It's kind of funny that I guess Alexandra Samuel from the Wall Street Journal thought that she could teach boomers how to like vibe code. Like and if you actually read the article, it's like she tries so hard. She's like, "Oh my god, yeah, you can merge files, guys, merging files, extracting information, guys." And at the very end, of course, protect your data, privacy, and security. It's like, oh, just on that note, just real quick, when boomers tell me like, oh, like I only, like, for instance, just as an example, like making transactions, it's like, oh, I only do cash. Why? Well, because I don't trust banks. Like one day a bank might just go under, and then like I won't be able to Zelle someone money, or like Venmo someone money then, or PayPal someone money then, or Apple Pay someone money then, or whatever. It's like, no, I'll only deal with cash because I don't trust any banks. It's like, okay, well, do you use Facebook? Okay, yes. Well, okay, well then, it's over. You already trusted big tech. It's like the only way to live the lifestyle that some of these people think, some of these specifically boomers think um, about technology with, is like you'd have to live in like the mountains somewhere, like farming your own like vegetables to survive, and like having some goats. Like that's really the only way to like be off the grid. Otherwise, it's like oh no, it's like, oh, I have a Facebook, sure, but that doesn't stop me from like still carrying cash, because I'll never use Venmo. I'll never use Zelle, because if the bank goes under, then you'll be screwed. And they'll have all of my privacy and my data. It's like, they already do, you fucking dumbass. It's like, do you just not understand how technology works? Dude, some of these boomers just like need to have like a flip phone. I swear to God. Like, why did society get so privileged where it's like everyone has to have a smartphone? It's like some people just literally need to have like just flip phones. Like they have no understanding of anything. Ugh. All right. But yeah, so my actual point on this article, that was actually just a side rant, unplanned. But so it says here, there was actually yes, this is what I wanted to talk about. Some of the comments. So this is the comment section of the same articles. So just as I sort of like, just was discussing just now, this boomer here says, huh? Question mark. That's like the exact reaction I was kind of expecting. Someone else says, I just shake my head at this nonsense. And it was actually kind of funny. He goes, sure, you can quickly develop a proof of concept or a demo, but beyond that, you need real skills or experience. And he goes, I literally raffle. I literally rolling on the floor laughing, roll on the floor laughing. Like, let me explain something to you, okay? It's funny because it's like a lot of people, a lot of boomers specifically, don't understand. They can't comprehend what's happening. We're in like an acceleration of technology and AI. AI is accelerating the development of technology like nothing that's ever been here before. the algorithm is controlling who goes viral. The people who understand the algorithm kind of understand how to get their view counts up, how to make something go viral, perhaps get a lot of money from that if it's a product going viral, right? Some boomers I talk to are like, oh my God, well, we need to just like, bend the knee to education, right? And we need to bow down to like professors and just the education system because that's the only way through. It's like, and they're advocating for like, oh my God, you have to get your MEng and then you have to get your PhD and then you have to be 30 and be 200,000 or plus dollars in debt and then have essentially be jobless, compete with like 19-year-olds who probably have more experience than you at that point, to be honest. And it's like the rat race is so bad. They just literally have no understanding. It's like it's a losing race. You can't put all your eggs in the education basket. The education died a long time ago. And what it is now, just going back to my earlier point, just about like virality and the algorithm and stuff, it's like the AI today, as of February 16th, 2026, is like causing younger and younger people to become like richer and richer and have them, more of an opportunity to become rich, right? So, it's no secret that startup accelerators really like college dropouts because they're more impressionable, I'd assume, if I had to speculate. But it's like they're more impressionable at like, 17, 18, 19 than they are at like, 25, 26, 27, even their 30s, right? Because, right. But it's like, with the advancements of AI to the point of like Claude Code and, OpenAI Codex to some extent, it's like these 14 and 15 and 16-year-olds are able to like go viral just like literally overnight, tens of thousands of signups in just a couple days, really. And it's just like, boomers have absolutely no understanding of this, right? Because it's kind of like, oh my God, in the 1980s, we used to go to the movie theaters and then I bought my popcorn and then I skateboarded down the street. And then it's like, now it's like, wow, I created billion-dollar company in 3 months after moving to San Francisco and doing a startup accelerator. And then it's just like astronomic, the difference of lifestyles and like just conceptually, right? And so yeah, like just as a concrete example, just look at rentahuman.ai, right? Basically, it's this idea where it's like AI agents are able to log on to the site that just came out like recently, I think like last week, 2 weeks ago, maybe. Log into the site, and then the AI agent can just like, as the name suggests, rent a human, pay the human, and then get a task done that only a human can do, maybe like a delivery or something like that, or maybe like a plug on a podcast. And so, anyways, so that's just an example. And Rent a Human, I'll have had essentially like hundreds of thousands of signups in the first 24 to 48 hours. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of what's going on these days. Of course, the other thing is, it's like these boomers are thinking like, oh my God, like there is only one Uber. There is only one Elon Musk. There is only one Bezos. There is only one, DoorDash or whatever. It's like, dude, yeah, like, and I made this point a month ago ish. It's like, there are hundreds and thousands of these like companies that nobody knows about. Like, unless you live in San Francisco, you're like a VC, or you're like in the sort of the startup bubble, right? Or unless you're like following TechCrunch, even that, it's like even beyond what TechCrunch covers. It's like there are so many companies that are making, let's say, over $1 billion in ARR, extremely successful startups who have hit their Series A, who have, they're kind of growing, they're expanding, they're scaling, they're making just tons of ARR, like as I said, as the first thing. And it's like, and you'll never hear about their name, right? Just because they're not a household name. Like, it's like these boomers think that being a household name defines success. It's like, well, why not just like being just insanely rich and having like a net worth that's like just astronomic, right? And if you want to kind of hit that astronomic value, You do that through startups. The second best way is to do it with real estate. And of course, right now isn't a very good time at all for real estate because it's just like BlackRock, just, nabbing up all the places. Gen Z is kind of, taking the short end of the stick there. Boomers got in back when, it was easy to get in like 30, 40 years ago. But yeah, and it's like, just one more thing on that. It's like people in the comments, let's say, right? And also, Gen Xers, millennials, not in that order, but yeah, millennials, Gen Xers, boomers, like they get really, really angry. They start to seethe when like younger people start to be more successful than them in like a shorter amount of time. That's why they don't like AI, right? So it's like when you see this guy say, "I literally raffle," and then at the same time, if only he knew, like if only he could break out of his ignorance. Like it's not like it's actually not. I don't even feel the obligation to be like, oh, if only he knew. It's like I'm putting him down. Like I have no interest in trying to educate this guy, but it's like if only he knew that rentahuman.ai had hundreds of thousands of signups in the first 24 hours, right? If only he knew that these startups go through YC and then suddenly raise a Series A in a couple months and then suddenly get past $1 billion in ARR. Some of them, others do $1 million in ARR. It's like, please, bitch, please. Can you just like get informed on the subject first before going on Wall Street Journal and being like, oh yeah, I literally raffled, bitch. It's like, no, I'm the one raffling, but I'm raffling. The one who raffles last raffles the loudest, right? The one who raffles last raffles the best. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, you don't even use raffle in that context. It's like no one says I literally raffle. Like you just raffle. You don't say I literally raffle. Like that is such a boomer thing to say. It's like saying I literally LMAO. It's like these people who are like, oh, I'm demure. It's like, no, you don't say you're demure. You can be demure, but you don't call yourself demure. Like it's like I'm funny. I'm handsome. I'm whatever. It's like, no. You don't get to say that. It's other people who sort of give you that, right? It's not my camera die. It's not you who says that. Hold on, let me see what's going on. We're gonna call an audible. How long was that off for? Anyways, okay, not too long. Anyways, yeah, I just had to call that audible. I don't know why I hate it when the camera dies. You know what happened on Friday? My second computer, which is like my work computer, the company sent it to me. So I hooked it up to like wired Ethernet or whatever, and it's in the same room as this computer that I live stream off of, and it's like my personal computer, and it's like, I guess I left it on, and it ate so much bandwidth, like internet bandwidth, that my live stream on like Thursday night, I think, was just incredibly grainy, and I couldn't use the video. I had to put like an audio only like sticker on it. I had to superimpose it because like these bitches on TikTok, I mean, they're pretty ruthless. They're like, oh, like even when there's nothing wrong with the video, they're like, oh, you still have like a Nintendo DS camera, whatever. It's like, bitch, like it's like whatever, but like, I want to do a good job with the show, right? Whatever. And it's like my camera's 4K, but it's like the way that my my AI clip software works, I think it kills the quality a little bit. Anyways, but it's like, so now I'm just like, nitpicking little flaws about the camera, and it's like it just randomly turns off. I think it's because I got angry and then moved the cable. But anyways, enough about the camera, but pretty funny stuff. All right. OpenClaw creator Peter Steinberger joins OpenAI. Okay. So I think that this was inevitable, right? Either Anthropic or OpenAI were going to grab this guy up and clearly it's those two. Like, I don't think, even though XAI just merged with SpaceX, I mean, they're kind of lagging behind, unfortunately. And I say unfortunately just because I am an Elon fan, as you know, but I do like to call balls and strikes. And so the top two right now are, of course, OpenAI and Anthropic. Anyway, so it was clear that Peter Steinberger was going to go to one of these two guys, right? Anthropic or OpenAI. So this was a huge win for OpenAI. Here's Sam Altman talking about it. He's saying that basically he's going to drive the next generation of personal agents. OpenClaw will still be there. Now, I want to sort of piggyback that story with this one. After all the hype, some AI experts don't think OpenClaw is all that exciting. You know, I can't help but conclude that this article and this line of, like, I'm just going to call it propaganda messaging came out because, like, against OpenClaw, because OpenAI just got the creator of OpenClaw. You know what I mean? So I think what's happening is that the market, for whatever reason, is turning against OpenAI. I don't even think OpenAI has done anything particularly, like, wrong, really. It's just, I mean, they've had their expected losses for 2026 out for a while. It's like, if anything, they've sort of had positive news in terms of their, like, ledger, if you will, but it's like, um, with ads and stuff, they're going to be making a lot more revenue than before. And yes, if I think they're still going to be doing pretty good profit despite their losses kind of going up a little bit. But anyways, like, it's like, there's so much propaganda against OpenAI. Like, I can't help but wonder if it's, like, astroturfed in any way, which I think it is, just based off the timing. It's like literally, like, back to back. You know what I'm saying? And it's like February 15th, 2026, 2:28 p.m. OpenClaw creator Peter Steinberger joins OpenAI. Yeah, and then the next day, the next morning, literally the morning after all the hype, OpenClaw wasn't that cool. So the way the narrative is, OpenClaw gets acquired by OpenAI for all intents and purposes, and then immediately after, well, OpenClaw wasn't that cool anyway. Okay, well, I mean, can we just quit it with the pissing match? Like, what's up with that? I mean, you think I'm retarded? Like, I'm just gonna be here and be like, oh my god, yeah, I'm just gonna eat the slop up. No, wow, OpenClaw really isn't that exciting. Yeah, how they're bad boys. Look at that lobster. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm just expected to go along with the narrative that they try to spoon feed me. It's like, no, I'm gonna come up with my own conclusion. Sorry. I guess your little propaganda didn't work. Oh, that's so sad, isn't it? Anyways, okay, I think we're gonna end it there for tonight. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, follow, share with all your friends, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.